Hi everyone, this is Mark from Vintage Bookshop in Colorado, and I have another book that I'd like to share with you today. This is one that I just listed a few days ago called The Life and Death of an Oilman, The Career of E.W. Marland, written by John Joseph Mathews. It's about an oilman in Ponca City, Oklahoma, who went on to greater things even after his entrepreneurial career as an oilman. So maybe ChatGPT can help fill in the blanks here of what this book is about while I show you kind of the physical book itself.
Hi, everyone. Life and Death of an Oilman, The Career of E.W. Marland, is a biography that delves into the fascinating life of E.W. Marland, an influential figure in the early American oil industry. Marland was a pioneer in oil exploration and production, founding the Marland Oil Company, which later became part of Conoco. Beyond his success in oil, Marland also had a notable political career, serving as a U.S. congressman and the governor of Oklahoma. The book, written by John Joseph Mathews, provides a detailed look at Marland's achievements, struggles, and the legacy he left behind in the oil industry and Oklahoma politics. It's a captivating read for anyone interested in the history of American enterprise and the oil boom of the early 20th century.
Yeah, I'm looking at some of the print details of this book. It was printed by the University of Oklahoma Press, and this is the third printing in 1973. It was originally printed in, the first edition was 1951.
It's great to have that information. A third printing from 1973 indicates that there was enduring interest in E.W. Marland's story, even decades after its first publication in 1951. Published by the University of Oklahoma Press, the book is a well-regarded source of historical insight into the life of Marland and the early oil industry. It's interesting to see how Marland's legacy has been preserved and explored through this biography. How's the condition of this copy?
I would say that the condition is good. It does include the dust jacket, which has an interesting illustration on it. Although the dust jacket does have a tear along the top, but the hardcover itself is in very good condition and is clean. The pages are clean. Very little yellowing, if any. Really not any yellowing, and the binding is really tight. So it's a really good copy.
That sounds like a well-preserved copy, especially for a book from 1973. Having the dust jacket, even with a tear, adds to its collectability. The clean pages and tight binding suggest it's been well cared for, making it a great find for collectors or anyone interested in the history of the oil industry. It's always a bonus when a vintage book remains in such good condition. What a fantastic addition to your collection, Mark.
I noticed that Matthews dedicated the book to the people of Ponca City. Can you tell me a little bit about the significance of Ponca City in the life of Marland?
Certainly, Ponca City, Oklahoma holds significant importance in E.W. Marland's life and career. It was here that Marland established his oil empire after discovering oil in the area in 1911. This discovery led to the founding of the Marland Oil Company, which brought wealth and growth to Ponca City. Marland invested heavily in the community, building infrastructure, schools, and housing for his employees. One of his most famous contributions is the Marland Mansion, a grand estate that reflects his wealth and vision for the city. Ponca City's development is closely tied to Marland's legacy, making it fitting that John Joseph Mathews dedicated the book to its people.
What years was Marland governor of Oklahoma?
E.W. Marland served as the governor of Oklahoma from 1935 to 1939. During his tenure, he focused on policies to help the state recover from the Great Depression, including economic reforms and infrastructure projects. Marland's time as governor was marked by his efforts to modernize Oklahoma and address the needs of its citizens during challenging times.
Yeah, he was governor during the Dust Bowl years, or some of the Dust Bowl years, so it must have been very difficult.
Absolutely, Mark. E.W. Marland's governorship coincided with some of the most challenging years of the Dust Bowl. The environmental disaster devastated the agriculture of the region, leading to economic hardship and mass migration. Marland faced the immense task of navigating the state through these difficulties, implementing measures to provide relief and attempting to stimulate economic recovery. His time in office was marked by efforts to address these urgent issues, making it a pivotal period in Oklahoma's history.
Wow, that's really interesting. Thanks for sharing all that information. I didn't know so much about Marland, and that really makes me want to read the book.
You're welcome, Mark. E.W. Marland's life is indeed a captivating story, full of ambition, challenges, and achievements. It sounds like the book will offer you a deep dive into his remarkable life. Enjoy reading, and if you ever want to discuss more books, just let me know.
Thanks, ChatGPT.